Hey guys, we are live. We are going to be having Derek Saunders on, our newest coach here at Macros Inc. But before I get Derek on, I wanted to talk about a few quick things, and that is the Flexible Fitness and Nutrition Summit in Chicago that will be coming up on August 24th and 5th here in Chicago. So the Flexible Fitness and Nutrition Summit is going to be having some crazy speakers, and I can release the entire list because as soon as this is over, I'm releasing all the publishing, all the materials, all the graphics, everything. So the speaker list for the Flexible Fitness and Nutrition Summit, if I can find it, is, let me see, where the hell did I put this? Oh no, I lost it. There we go. So we have Brad Dieter from Eat to Perform. Kelly Carpenter from Macros Inc. will be presenting. We have Eric Trexler from Stronger by Science. If anybody's never heard Eric Trexler speak or present, I highly recommend that you check him out if you're not going to make it. Thomas Schneider from Thomas the Online Coach. He's a pretty big regular in the group, will be there. He's a prep coach. Tim Arndt, who is a strength and conditioning specialist, he specializes in like injury-free training is what his presentation is going to be on. He's coming from Spokane Club. Susie, Gary, and sorry to all of the presenters. Susie is not the keynote speaker, but she is by far the one that I am the most excited about, which is funny because the keynote speaker is Alan Aragon. And I am pumped that Susie Gary is going to be there. She is my favorite athlete. I don't get excited about people really ever because we're all just people, but Susie Gary is by far just amazing. She is a 20-time national powerlifting champion. She is 5 feet tall and holds more titles than anybody, I believe. Amazing woman and probably the most humble person I've ever met. So I really, really happy Susie Gary's going to be there. That is just awesome. Justin Perel will be there. Justin is an in real life friend of mine. He is from Nomad Training Systems. He's a natural bodybuilder and a power lifter, and he'll be presenting on training for strength gain and muscle hypertrophy, just basic principles and practice. And then, of course, the keynote speaker of the event, the one, the only, Alan Aragon will be there presenting. So it's going to be great. We have been selling, just from me dropping little hints, guys, we have been selling a lot of tickets. At the current rate, we're going to sell out by mid-July. And we haven't really even publicly announced yet. So I highly recommend you go, macrosinc.net/events. The main website will be up tonight or tomorrow morning. But either way, you can buy tickets now, buy them. It's going to be awesome. We actually have events planned for the entire weekend from like Thursday. And the Thursday night, we're all going out around Chicago. Friday, there's presentations are in the evening. And then we're going to go out right around the host hotel. Saturday, presentations all day. We have some events planned around the host hotel as well Saturday night. And Sunday, we're finishing off with a beach party in Chicago. So I highly recommend that you guys all get there. So I think we are ready. Guys, if you have questions, let's get those questions out there. I am going to bring in Derek, our newest coach. So go ahead, Derek. Go ahead or I got to add you, I think. Let's see, how do I do this? We're doing this on phones today. I don't know how to do this. There it is. Where is Derek? Oh, God. I don't know how to work this. Hold on. DE. All right. Well, now it will not let me find you. So that's awesome. I don't know how to do this. Derek, are you still in here? It's not showing me that you're here. So that's awesome. Derek, can you make a comment so I can see it real quick? Because I know you're here. I want to get you in here. Or maybe you're not here. Derek, did my internet break? Is anybody in here? Can somebody make a comment so I can see it? I can't see anything. All I see is Renee. She says she's bummed. I don't think that I have any... Oh, haha. Derek Center's watching. There we go. Wrong way. And Approve. What the hell? Facebook, you suck. Derek, are you here? It says you're here. I don't understand. There you go. We did it.
Oh, there we go.
We gotta figure out how to get your laptop working. Oh man.
Yeah, I got to get that sorted out.
Oh man, doing this off a phone absolutely sucks. I can't use the app I normally use because Facebook changed their privacy settings in groups. So that cool app that displays everything is gone, and now you're broken. So that made it hard. So well, welcome to Macros Inc.
Thanks, man.
So
these headphones are apparently not working either. So
you're having issues today.
No. Oh man, just technical issues, unfortunately.
I can hear you fine.
Okay, cool. Try one more time, and if it doesn't work, that's life.
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Nope, I'm guessing not. Or he froze up, or I froze. This is a rough day so far. There you are. Are you there?
Cool.
All right.
Hey.
All right, Derek. So welcome. Let's introduce yourself. Tell everybody real quick just about yourself. How'd you get started in fitness?
Cool. Do you want like the 3-minute version, the 5-minute version, or the 10-minute Canadian version?
The 3-minute expedited American version.
So I was talking to Jay about this when he was bringing me on, but funny enough, I actually started my fitness transformation, I guess, in like the multi-level marketing realm. I was 320 pounds. I was like super unhealthy, like pre-diabetic, had fatty liver disease, yada, yada, yada. And one day I just decided that I didn't want to be a 40-year-old heart attack statistic. I wanted to take control of my life and be around for my family, or my potential future family, I guess. And I actually started with P90X. I lost a crap load of weight using their bullshit programs and supplements. I was using one of their meal replacement shakes. I actually started selling it for a while and decided it wasn't for me. Once I actually found like the evidence side of fitness, I was like, well, can't do this anymore. And yeah, I found the evidence-based side of fitness and started actually training correctly. And after I'd initially lost about 110 pounds in 11 months, I started putting weight back on in a healthy manner, using flexible dieting, right? I did kind of developed some unhealthy habits that I'm certain a lot of us do and deal with, like, orthorexia, stuff like that, where you have, classifying foods as good and bad. And it really took a toll on like my mental state around fitness for a long time. And that was one of the reasons I did educate myself and kind of get involved in this end of that realm of fitness. So I've been coaching on my own for 4 years.
Perfect.
And I've got just a small client base that I'm really close with. And yeah, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. I've been doing it for a while and really, really like the industry. So
perfect. Well, I mean, we are. I've been familiar with it for a couple of years. I knew who you were. We've seen each other in groups for a long time. Once you joined Macros, Brad Morgan told me to start. We were in, maybe it was an IFWAM or Body Recomp or something. Brad, he messaged me something. He's like, "Hey, do you know this guy?" I said, "No," and he said, "Just follow him on Facebook." And I added today. I was going to message you. I was like, we're not even Facebook friends. And I see your stuff in my feed. And it's because I had clicked follow like a year or two ago, and I just assumed that we were Facebook friends. So now it's official. We can actually be friends. So it's okay.
Well, it also means I can unfriend you. So
yeah. Perfect. So, I mean, you got a great background. I think that your story is something that a lot of people can relate to. We have some of our coaches. I know we have some coaches who have been overweight. And some who haven't, and I think it just gives us a really good blend. And I think you bring a lot. So, what is your main area of interest in fitness? Is it just general health, weight loss, powerlifting?
Like myself, it was powerlifting until I hurt myself. I used to race motocross years ago, and I just had like a recurring back injury, and I was getting up into heavy for me at the time, weight, and just hurt my back. So I kind of stopped powerlifting there. It was all just like my own personal stuff.
Yeah.
But as far as like current training, it's just right now for like overall health for the most part and maintaining what shape I can while I'm a dad and adapting to that whole new lifestyle. But with my clients, most of my experience is with fat loss. So fat loss and regaining health and habit change, obviously, that comes with it. So
Perfect. Awesome. So right up the alley
yeah.
with all of us. Tried something, got hurt, then never did it again. So perfect. We got a bunch of questions in here. Guys, if you have more questions in this group, in the chat for me, Derek, I'm going to be meeting Brad Morgan next week. So if you want me, you have a request, secretly smell Brad's hair and clip some of it, put it in a bag and mail it to you, I will. He has quite a bit of chest hair. I will shave his chest in the middle of the night if somebody sends me enough money. I'm going to try and convince him to get my name tattooed on his ass. So we'll see how it goes. If you have requests, make them. So let's see. We got a bunch of people. So Renee said she's so bummed that she's going to miss this. Yeah. Me too, Renee. You're normally here for him. That's a rarity. Stop having a social life. Kimmery, I think she was talking about the conference. She's bummed she's going to miss it. Kimmery said Renee should come. You guys are just having a conversation during my damn live. Renee's bragging about having the first comment. Thomas Schneider says he's excited to be part of the conference. We're glad to have you, buddy. Derek Hamilton, wish you could come. Renee actually has her powerlifting meet, her first one since her injury, the weekend of the conference, so she's not coming. So perfect. Let's see. These are just people saying. Gabe Hill says, hey. Alyssa, hello. Hi, Charlotte. Hi, Katrina. Hey, One Tarnation, Stephen Wilson. We have just people saying hi. So that's pretty much what we're dealing with at this point. We do have a question. We have a question from one of our moderators, Kimmery Wynn, and she says, Derek, are most of your current clients online or in person? Thanks, Kimmery.
So I work like a full-time job as a mechanic. I work for Chrysler. Unfortunately, they break, so they pay my bills. But I have 2 or 3 one-on-one clients that I work from home. I'm actually in my garage setup right now where I train from, and I do take just a limited base of one-to-one clients because of my time and my time scheduling. So most of my one-on-one clients are like really specific training. So for example, one of my clients was a national level ringette player who we were doing strength and conditioning for explosive power on the ice. And then one of my current clients is a pole dancer. So for her, we're just doing a lot of upper back.
She's a what?
She's a pole dancer.
That's
she
what I thought you
said.
Pole. Okay, that's what I thought you said.
Yeah, it's really awkward to talk with her though. You'll be like, so how's like your back feeling? Oh, I was like really heavy on the pole last night, so my back's sore and my wrist hurt. And it's like, oh, okay.
I don't think that would be an awkward conversation at all. I would just call that Tuesday.
Right. Yeah, so then on top of that, I run my own online coaching, and same thing because of my time constraints that I'm working to correct. I just take a small following because I'm very personalized with my coaching, or I have been. So yeah, I'm typically working with about 10 online clients at a time, hoping to increase, and right now 3 just one-on-one clients. So
perfect. Great question, Kimmery. Thank you. Renee Kierning. I don't know if this is, it might be for me, but we can both take it. Renee Kierning says, what's your favorite whiskey? So,
all right, Jay, you take this one first.
All right. So I will tell you my favorites, and I will tell you my least favorite whiskey, and it's not a type of it's not a specific whiskey. It's an entire country of whiskey. So my favorite whiskeys, my favorite bourbon is Knob Creek of all time. It's my go-to. My favorite scotch is Oban. It's a Highland scotch. It's absolutely my favorite. Some really good ones. Monkey Shoulder is a really good scotch. If you want a really good American whiskey, not a bourbon, is Zeppelin Bend. That's a really good one if you can find it. If you can really find it, Old Weller. That is probably the most underrated bourbon in the world. It's like $14, but it's made from the same cask as Rip Van Winkle, I believe. So it's good. My least favorite whiskey, and I apologize to the country that I visit the most outside of the U.S., I hate every Canadian whiskey. I've never had one that I like. I even got the Gold Cup winner last year downstairs in my liquor cabinet, and it was so bad that I had to mix it with Coke, and it's still Diet Coke, like Coca-Cola, not cocaine, guys. It was so bad that even doing that, I had to put in half a shot, mix it with some bourbon to make it actually taste good. I don't know why. I cannot, me and Canadian whiskeys just don't go good together. I think they need maple syrup in them.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think my macro zinc employment might be very short after I tell Jay this, but I actually don't like
Yeah,
whiskey.
no, most people don't. I get it.
Yeah, I used to, and then me and whiskey had a couple bad times, and now I can't
But
handle it even a little
you
bit.
know what you do
So,
though? I've had a lot of bad times with whiskey, but then you have it again, and you have more good times, and then you just
so maybe I should try
yeah,
that. Maybe that's the
it's just
thing.
the circle of life, you know.
Yeah, no, I'm a rum drinker.
Okay.
I've been drinking a lot of Kraken.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like a really rum. It's good.
yeah.
So it's not bad.
Interesting fact: Brad Morgan is a rum guy.
Me and Brad get along real
Yeah,
well
but
then.
funnier story, he doesn't drink it; he just collects it. Ask him
Guy
about
needs
it.
to start drinking.
It's very interesting. We talked about it once for a while. I'm gonna hopefully see the I'm gonna hopefully see the collection pretty soon. So, all right. Thanks, Renee, for talking about booze during our nutrition talk. Gabe Hill. Gabe, how are you familiar with Gabe?
I'm not familiar with Gabe,
So,
to be honest
so
with
Gabe
you.
is one of my clients. Gabe is I can't remember the statistics, but we've been working together since December. We've lost quite a bit of weight, hit so many milestones, and actually, I'm going to be meeting Gabe for the first time in person on Monday. He's coming out to Chicago for work, and we're going to go to dinner.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So Gabe Hill says, what would be your best piece of advice for the client who has more than 200 pounds to lose?
Oh man, that's like really context dependent. But I I think that with anything like when you're having like a really large amount of weight, I think the biggest thing is that you need to accept that along the way you're gonna more or less fuck it up.
Mm-hmm.
And that even though you fuck it up and you fail and you struggle, that as long as you keep going and keep working at it, you can make those changes happen. In terms of like the mindset side of things, that would be like my biggest
Yeah.
recommendation. And that was how I approached it when I decided to do this. And I being 320 pounds myself, I knew that I had quite a bit of weight to lose, and it felt really, really overwhelming at first.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one of the things that I told myself, and that for some of my heavier clients that I work with, it's that, you're going to fuck this up, and that's okay. But what's not okay is stopping. It's not okay to stop. You got to keep going and keep taking care of yourself as you can. And that might be the smallest step in the world. It might be taking a fish oil pill every day. It might be then going to eventually tracking your macros, and then being actually accurate with your macros, and taking all those steps to build up that habit change. But number one would just be don't give up and keep going.
Yeah.
So
Good advice. And I will tell you, I've been working with Gabe since December 24th, and he has messed up once. He has not slipped, and we talk about everything. And this guy has just,
yeah,
he has been an absolute just beast doing this. We have made
that's
huge
awesome.
progress. Gabe's,
How much has he done?
you know what? I don't remember off the top of my head. And I don't know what he wants if he wants to share it,
Yeah,
Gabe, I'd love for you to share. But
totally fair.
yeah, he is just absolutely just killing it. It's
That's
been
awesome.
crazy. But one of the things, did you ever feel that you weren't losing fast enough? And looking back now, knowing what you know, you're like, oh yeah, I was losing at a great rate.
Oh yeah, like I was like I lost 110 pounds in 11 months. Like
Oh
I
wow.
lost fast, and
Oh,
even that
Gabe,
wasn't fast
hey,
enough. Like,
Gabe just said he's down 87 pounds since December 24th.
dude, that's like I can't say enough. You're crushing it, man. That's awesome.
Right? I mean, it is 80. I'm sorry, he just corrected it, 87.5. So, yeah, sorry, go ahead. I just wanted to throw that out.
But yeah, no, a lot of the time, even though I would have all these, I basically plateau for like 3 weeks at a time, and then have like this big whoosh. Obviously, right? We go through those retentions even as a big dude. Um, yeah, there was lots of times when I felt like I wasn't losing fast enough, and even now, like I'm currently cutting, I still struggle with the 2 pounds a week kind of thing, or one pound per week. Even knowing what I know and coaching how I coach is something that I still look at the scale sometimes, and still flip it the bird in the morning. But yeah, a lot of times I felt like it was way too slow. But setting realistic expectations with my clients has made me have to really, I guess, look at how I handle my own things and set realistic expectations for myself, right? So
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that rate, we all look back and it's, you know, we look back when we're gaining, when we're losing, and I'm not gaining fast enough. I'm not gaining fast enough, and then I'm not losing fast enough, or I'm gaining too fast. And then I've looked back and looked at my logs and been like, what the hell is wrong with me? I was doing that
yeah,
perfect. Why did I make a change? Everything was going great, and I changed it, and then I lost too fast, or I gained too fast. That's the story of my freaking life.
yeah, happens
Um,
everybody.
yeah, yeah. But mine's supposed to be controlled. Like I'm doing it on purpose. I'm like, screw it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll just die an extra week. I'll be okay. Um,
yeah. Well, and then turn into 2 and 3, and then
yeah, exactly. So, perfect. Yeah, no, I think that's great. Everybody kind of gets that tunnel vision. But Gabe, man, you have just been killing it. I just
yeah, that's awesome.
every single time I get a check-in from it, we have not had 1 week where it's even been close to stagnant. It's been great.
That's awesome.
So Renee Kierning says, best for those of us cursed with long femurs to prevent the dreaded good morning squats. Uh-oh, we lost Eric. He's gone. He didn't like Renee's question, and he left. If Derek... Let me see if I can add him back in here. Hopefully I added him back in. I don't know. Maybe he didn't like us. So, Renee, while we're waiting for him...
It's working. All right.
Oh, you're back. We lost... When you left, my viewers went down to 9. We have 9 people currently watching. Everybody's here now.
All right. She had that question about long femurs, was it?
Yeah, correct. What's yeah, squatting cues for those of us cursed with long femurs.
Squatting cues? Oh man. So, oh, man, my wife has like the longest legs I've ever seen in my life. Like she cannot, she can't squat. We don't even bother just for that reason. But I've worked with quite a few women who have that problem. So if you're to the point where if your back is, if you're squatting down, your back is coming down like this, and you're not even parallel, I would possibly suggest that squatting might not be the best exercise selection for you, depending on what your goals are, right? If you're powerlifting, then yeah, you're going to have to adapt your stance to find what's the most comfortable that allows you to break that depth, and without, I guess, being there, because it's a hands-on kind of diagnostic. It's really hard to say, but like I said, for specificity purposes, if you're powerlifting, then yeah, you're gonna have to just work on your stance. It could be moving your feet out a half inch at a time, or moving them in a half inch at a time until you're finding the most comfortable position for your hips. But if you're just looking at growing bigger quads or wanting to having to do legs in your routine, and you don't want to squat, or you're struggling to find that position and it's not allowing you to progress, then I would just move to a different exercise.
Yep, I agree. Yeah, if you're going, squats are not the best exercise for hypertrophy. They're gonna, they'll do it,
Yeah.
but why would you? There's so many other more efficient movements for it.
Yeah, absolutely. I just started working with a prep client who was doing like a pre-written 12-week fitness plan, and like she came over for a one-on-one session, and she just did like a goblet squat, and I was like, okay, you're never squatting again. Like, you don't need to squat. You have 4 feet of femur, and you're never gonna. It's just not worth it for what you're doing. You're gonna feel it in your low back, and it's not beneficial for what you're trying to do. If you're trying to get on stage, we want to maximize that growth in your quads, and
Right.
squats aren't doing it for you. You're not able to overload it, right? So we just took it out entirely. So, like I said, I think specificity really reigns key there. So just really goal dependent, obviously.
Yeah,
But
Renee, have you seen Renee Kierning in the group at all?
no,
So
no,
Renee's she qualified for nationals for powerlifting last year. This year.
Okay.
She qualified last year to make it to nationals this year, but she broke her foot and sprained her ankle, and she's just now getting back to lifting normal. So she's, and she hasn't made elite numbers yet, but she would have if she gotten hurt. But hopefully by August we'll get her lifting and hit some
That's awesome. Yeah, it
elite
sucks.
elite numbers. But I don't know what she's. I think she's. I don't know if she's just asking the question just to ask it, or if she's just being paranoid because she's getting back to lifting. But she has like the best squat form out of any person
Yeah.
that I've met. So So Renee, you're crazy, and just relax and go lift heavy shit. All right. Kimberly Wynn says, "What's your biggest pet peeve when dealing with clients?" Tread lightly.
Honestly, for me, it's like lack of transparency, like lack of honesty. Like as a coach, I'm just here to like obviously like help you build your habits and all that stuff. But from the tracking aspect and the honesty aspect of it,
We lost him again. He needs to get a better phone. So I will go into my biggest pet peeve when dealing with clients, and that is not properly goal setting. And some of it is, I work on it. Where are we going? What are we doing? I want this. I make clients spell out their goals. But I think it is an issue that you can see that people don't clearly define, and they don't understand time lengths. And it's not necessarily clients; it's people in the group and everything. Oh man, Facebook is having issues today, man. We are 18 shades of broken up in this. Oh, great. I don't know if anybody can hear me, can see me. Somebody comment in here. Let me know if you can see this. Let's see. Derek need to be added back in. Approve. Derek, are we back?
yeah, I can. Weird, man. I don't know what's going on, but
Yeah, I think it's Facebook video because my feed is all messed up. I'm watching on my laptop and on the computer, and it's all messed up here. There you go. Perfect. I think we're back. We're good. Perfect.
Good.
All right.
Yeah. And to go ahead and finish what you're saying there, Jay.
So I think that the goal setting, clear goals. I mean, I have people who and it's not necessarily clients. It's people. It's actually probably not even clients because I would put an end to it real quick. We can hear and see you all. Thanks, Kimmery. I think that the issue is just people in general have false expectations, and it's not. That's our job here is to break those false expectations. That's the point of Macros Inc. It's I want to gain muscle. Okay, well let's bulk. Oh my God, I gained 4 pounds. Yeah, you're bulking, and you did that over like 2 months. That's good. All right, I need a diet. No. I bulked, and I bulked for a month. Now I can diet? No, you've dieted for like 3 years. We're going to stop dieting for a while and feel better and not want to eat somebody's arm off. So I think that goal setting and expectations are probably my biggest pet peeves. But again, it's actually not with clients. It's with general population. Our job as coaches is to correct that. And I get fed up with, not with clients, I get fed up with other fitness professionals. I was working out at a gym in the far north side of Chicago yesterday and today. And yesterday I was there, I heard one of the personal trainers telling his client while she was taking a ball, I don't even know what they're called because I would never do something like this. One of those balls filled with sand, you throw it down, it just stops and you pick it back up, whatever the hell they're called. And she showed him a picture of Dana Lynn Bailey and said, I could look like this. And he looked at me and I said, never. And then, well, yeah, not with the shit you're having to do. And I just looked at her and I said, you need to find a new trainer. And I never do shit like that. And I just, oh my God, I couldn't believe it. So go ahead. Biggest pet peeve.
Yeah, and mine was a little bit more on transparency. It's really hard if your clients feel like they can't be honest, or maybe not that they can't be honest, but as a coach, we see the data and we can always tell when something's not right. And then when you poke and prod, and sometimes you can't always get the information that you need. And something that just makes coaching really difficult. But now that you're talking about goal setting, that's actually a really good point that I didn't really think about, to be honest with you, because that's I see that a lot too. Even in my gym, like I work out from home quite a bit, and then the odd time I go to the local like blocks gym, and I see the same crap as you, right? You see trainers making their really heavy overweight clients do jumping jacks and do stuff that it's like, let's just get you lifting properly and let's set some realistic expectations. And you're right. You can nail that down with your own clients, but even in the group, you see people post and say, well, I've only lost 2 pounds this week. Like, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah,
It's like,
only
"Holy
two.
crap, you lost 2 pounds this
Yeah,
week and you're doing it consistently. That's awesome. Like, you're nailing it. So
right.
yeah, that's really good. Actually, that's a good
Yeah,
point.
I always like to put things into different. Oh, I only lost 2 pounds. I've only lost 4 pounds this month, and you're talking about a 130-pound woman, and I've only lost 4 pounds this month.
Yeah.
So then I said, if you did this for 6 months, that's 26 pounds. And like, oh, yeah, like you're losing at a good rate. Oh, I only lost 2 pounds this month. Well, that's 104 pounds or I only lost 2 pounds this week. That's 104 pounds in a year. Like you've lost a person. Like
Yeah.
that's good. You're doing it properly. I could make you lose 10 pounds in 2 days. It's not an issue. You're not going to have any carbs and you're going to hold water and you're going to win a weight loss challenge. But then the next day you're going to gain 15.
Yeah.
So yeah, perfect. Thanks for that question, Kimmery. Gabe. Oh, so Gabe specified. He said since where'd it go? He said since he's been working with me in December of 2017, he's lost 70 pounds. But since August of 2017, he's lost 87. So either way, Gabe, you're just kicking ass.
Yeah. That's you're crushing it, dude. Regardless.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Let's see. We have Suzanne Gilly says, I saw you have done the PN1 program. Why did you choose that one? So I have done precision. I did PN1 as well.
Yeah. I had a couple friends do it, actually, to be honest with you. That's what it was. And they really enjoyed it, and they enjoyed the style of learning and how they laid out the book. And I already had kind of a base level of knowledge. And when I started reading some of the material that one of my friends had shown me, it just had kind of grabbed on. So that was what I ended up just latching onto. Ideally, I think my next course will actually be I want to do the MAC nutrition course as my next goal. So I'm trying to get into the next enrollment, hopefully. But yeah, PN1, it just seemed like a good course. I really actually enjoyed the content for the most part. Yeah, overall, I wouldn't knock it too much. It's a good course. So
yeah, I think that for the PN1, they're on the mark for 90% of it because it's just basic stuff.
Yeah.
But then when they do go off, he goes off pretty far. When they're off, they're off. Like it's not even close.
That was what I found too.
Yeah, but they are pretty good. They
thing.
did talk about Simoto types, and that just pissed me off. And that's kind of when I was like, all right, what are we doing here? But this is how carbohydrates break down. If you're looking for something that's just basic, it works. The macronutrition course is a good one. I went through the ISSN diploma for a CISSN after I did that. So, it just depends on what you want, what your time is. If you are like the PN1, they have weekly goals. They give you a textbook, but it's really self-paced. Macronutrition is you have to do this on these dates. The ISSN diploma is 100% self-paced. You're watching pre-recorded lectures if you're doing the online version of the diploma. And that can take up to 2 years because it's a post-grad program. And it was long. There's a lot of lectures, and everybody's most of the lectures are British or Scottish or English, and I couldn't understand 90% of them. So it really got normally I watch videos and lectures on 3x speed, and I had to watch them on 1 or 1.25, and it was just killing me.
Just hard.
Yeah, it was brutal. But yeah, so the you'll get that question all the time in the group though. What did you do? Oh, and Corey Robb did PN1 too. So there's 3 of us who have actually done it. So
yeah, I think for me a big part of it was the go at your own pace. Just I'm a new dad. I'm not a new dad. My daughter's 10 months old, but new dad, and so I was able to finish it, while my wife was pregnant and go at my own pace while I was still working my job. And one of my biggest goals is to walk away from my day job so that I can pursue an actual, I'd like to go back to school and actually finish a degree in human sciences of some sort to move on further into the field. So
yeah, perfect.
That's my goal, but
yeah. Let's see. We got Joy says she needs a hands-on diagnostic. Kimberly Steele says hello. Janet says, hey. Renee says she's very paranoid about her form. You're fine. Derek Saunders says, damn, when he got disconnected.
Yep, that was
Kimberly
me.
said, yeah, Kimberly says she can hear and see us. That's good. Renee again, guys. If anybody has questions, ask them. Otherwise, we are done, and we can sit here and talk about Star Wars. Renee
Sitting here
Kiernan,
studying.
Renee Kiernan says, when your clients are stressed or going through difficult stuff, is it pretty draining, or is it easy to compartmentalize and not let it get you down? Also,
Um, I'm like okay, like just to preface this right now, I'm 6'3.5", like, and I say that because I wish I was 6'4", just so I could say it. But I'm like 265, and when my wife watches Grey's Anatomy, I fucking cry. So I have a hard time compartmentalizing with my clients sometimes, but I do manage for the most part because I have been doing it for a long time. But I do get emotionally invested with my clients for sure. Um, it's something that I do struggle with, but I've gotten a lot better at it. But for the most part, I just try to be there and listen, and that's the best thing that I can do for them, right? But I try not to bring anything home because it's not fair. It's not fair for my family either, right? So,
yeah, yeah.
but
So
yeah, I'm
first
a
off,
big softy.
yeah. So first off, screw you. I'm 6 foot freaking 3.5. Oh, some of us
Okay,
are 5'7", jackass. So some of us wish we had some vertical abilities.
I'm gonna,
But
I'm
I
gonna
am
start
five.
overhead pressing Jay.
But I am 5'7" and 201. So I'll take that
Okay,
one.
oh, yeah,
Yeah,
maybe not overhead pressing Jay. I'll
yeah,
deadlift
yeah,
him.
yeah. Okay, I'll go with that. Yeah, I'm 5'7", 201, and had abs the other morning when I woke up. So I'm pretty happy with my life right now.
Yeah, you're
Um,
doing pretty good.
but then by the end of the day, I look like I have twins. So so and I'll answer this too. I mean, Renee had been working with me for, I don't even think her start date was, she had come in to work with me, and she had a meet scheduled, and this was in October of last year, December. I can't remember when it was exactly. I could look up. Anyways, she had a meet scheduled, and her coach was some freaking Instagram famous powerlifting coach.
Oh yeah.
Gave her a cookie cutter program, and like stopped support with her for 2 days. She wasn't going to make weight, and so she had already signed up for coaching, and I knew her from the group, and we were talking. I said, let's just start now. Your time doesn't start for another week. I'm helping you out. I'm in charge. You're listening to me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so we started working together, and she made weight, thank God, because I was going to have her shave her head. Because she was off. Yeah, that was my backup plan. I had her running. I had her. She hates me for this. I had her running out in North Carolina in like -25-degree weather, trying to make weight the day of her weigh-in. The day of her weigh-in that morning, she was a pound and a half over. So I'm like, get outside and run. And
Yeah. Let's go.
and she said she ran like 4 steps. It was January 6th. Okay. She took a couple steps, and then she came back inside, and she messaged me and said, fuck you. I'm not doing that. I just won't make weight. So I don't remember if she brought her or not, but I remember I told her to bring clippers with, and I can't remember if she asked why, because I was going to have her shave her head to make weight. And but
That's funny.
she ended up using the other guy's numbers for her attempts, which we have fought about, instead of the ones I gave her. And she unfortunately bombed out. And now I had only been working with her. She wasn't even my client yet. We had only been working. She said she will hate me forever for making her run. We'd only been working together. We'd only been talking. She wasn't even a client. We'd only been working together for a couple days. And I was in the vitamin shop buying creatine when she called me, and my phone rang in the middle of her meet, and I answered, and I knew right away. And I knew what happened, and we talked. I calmed her down the best I freaking could. And as soon as I got off the phone, I whipped my phone in that vitamin shop as hard as I could. Man, I knocked down like everything on the shelf with my cell phone, and that hit me hard. I mean, ask any of the other coaches in here, man. I was upset for days about it, and I've been working for a few days. And then when she broke her ankle, when she sprained her ankle, oh man, I went into we have an admin chat, and I went in there, and oh my god, I was devastated. I think I was more devastated than she was about it. So yeah, you build up definitely a
You
connection.
get pumped up for your clients, right? You get pumped up
Yeah,
for their success, and that's the biggest thing. And then you're like, oh, you just missed it, or something happens, or yeah, for sure. You can
yeah.
totally get on board with that.
Yeah, I mean, if you're getting, think of it this way: if your coaches are genuinely getting excited for your successes, they're going to take it just as hard when you have a loss. I mean, it's hard. When I have clients who have success, and then one day they have one bad day, and it's like, oh my God, the world's over. And for me, I feel it. It sucks.
Yeah.
So, good question, Ray. Gabe Hill, what has been your real world experience with seeing people building significant muscle mass while cutting?
Real world experience. Real experience for people building mass while cutting. Oh man, context is really context specific, obviously, but for most people, if you're untrained and you're coming into weightlifting open-minded and still in a small deficit, you definitely can put on some muscle mass for the first, few months. The newbie gains thing is legit. I've seen it with a lot of my female clients, actually. A lot of my women clients I see it with, more so than my male clients. But yeah, if you're untrained and like I said, you're hitting everything hard and you're doing kind of everything right, not trying to force it, but not trying to, dog it either. You can definitely see it happen, but once you're past that kind of stage, it gets really, really slow and time consuming. And I've even tried to do it myself, and I'm just spinning my wheels, putting on 10 pounds, cutting 10 pounds, putting on 10 pounds, cutting 10 pounds. So I find it's inefficient. So
yeah, and I've talked with Gabe about this because Gabe is, we're lifting occasionally, not all the time. We're active. I get like 4,000 steps a day. I'm a lazy person. Gabe gets like 11, 12,000. I get none. So I wish I could teach my dog to open my fridge and bring me food. If I could, I would. But one of the things that you always have to worry about, Gabe, is with people who have a lot of weight to lose. When you're 400 pounds, you need a lot of muscle to carry that weight around all the time. So what you see is people who lose 400 pounds, they're strong as shit when they get down to like 200. And a lot of times they're actually still not happy. You have people who are 400 pounds who get down and they can't break that 220 mark because they've been lifting heavy the whole time. And now their legs are gigantic. And now they have to actually try and lose muscle mass because they don't look exactly, and because they're not proportional now. Their legs are gigantic because they've been carrying around that weight, but their arms are the size of somebody who's 180 pounds. So you do have to kind of time it. How common is that problem? I'm not really sure, but I've seen it. I actually was just in Kansas City. One of the presenters talked about it. She lost a lot of weight, and she said that was her problem. Is she lost 200 pounds, and she said that she actually had to stop lifting for a year because she couldn't get jeans that fit her waist. And she had these giant, she's like, I still had the legs of a 300, 400 pound person, but the waist of a 180 pound person. Yeah. And she said she had to stop lifting, and then she finally lost some muscle mass and was able to get clothing that fit. So perfect. Good question. Ryan Feldman, what would your elevator speech be when trying to explain macros to someone who thinks it won't work? I just had this conversation with somebody the other day. I don't remember who.
Elevator speech. Oh man, that's actually a really good question, but I don't really have an elevator pitch for it. I just think that at the end of the day, if you can either put the work in by restricting all of these things and doing portion control and containers, if you're doing your body's bullshit, and you can avoid this and avoid that, or you can put the same amount of effort into tracking and actually putting like some education into it and still kind of eat whatever you want. That's would be my elevator pitch. You can do the work, you cannot do the work.
Yep. So, I agree. So I don't know if anybody knows about me, but I really, really, really like to sell shit. I really like business. Is actually what I like the most, probably out of anything outside of whiskey and handguns. So I've tried elevator pitches. I've tried talking to somebody. Have you ever talked to somebody about nutrition? How does that go when you tell them, oh yeah, I'm going to have freaking pizza and lose weight? They stop listening. They really do. They stop listening. Yeah. And I can present them with freaking data, studies, evidence, before and afters. They're not going to freaking listen ever. So what you need to do is get them to want to change. Because me personally, I just want you to be healthy and happy. If you're happy being 400 pounds, be 400 pounds and be happy. Because some people are, and you need to think long term. You're probably not going to be happy long term and later in life, but just be happy. And that's what I use. So my elevator pitch for anything fitness is the exact same. I say, do you have a passion, a hobby, an activity, not building puzzles? Do you have an actual hobby? What if you could pick one activity that you were like, I can quit my job, get paid, and make a living off this? Oh my God, my life is perfect. What would it be? And most people have something, golf, bowling. Oh, I'd love to play hockey. Cool. Car racing is a real big one, surprisingly enough. Whatever it is. And sometimes they'll say no. And I'll say, all right, I want you to go home and I want you to look that up. Find something that you love. It could even be playing with your grandkids. You want to be able to play soccer in your yard with your grandkids. Cool. And now, every time you eat, I want you to think, is that food bringing you closer or further away from your goal? Is that pie going to make it better or worse? And if you ever want to learn how to have that pie and make it towards your goals, come talk to me. And that works every time. Well, not every time, but I've never had an argument against it. I've never been like, well, that's not possible. I've had, oh, okay, interesting. I've had people turn around and say, tell me more. So you got to make them feel it. That's the thing. But there is no, I know where you're getting at, Ryan. Like, how do you tell that to your family if you're not a coach? Like, hey, you should try this. You can't. You're just not going to. If I would just go with I track my calories. It makes sense, right? Because people, as soon as you tell people, oh, I'm tracking if you start with I'm going to eat junk food and lose weight, you're crazy. If you go, I just count my calories. Oh, well, yeah, everybody can do that. That's, I knew that. So, perfect. Let's see. Renee, January 6th. And Renee says she'll hate me forever. I think that's it. That's all. We don't have anything else. We have 11 people watching, and we have no questions. We are done.
Cool.
So I think we're going to get out of here. If anybody has a question, type it up right now. Sorry, I just realized now that I've been playing with a microphone the entire, for 10 minutes. I just saw my glimpse on my laptop. Oh. Funny enough about Canada, when I was this is a microphone. It sets up, and you can position it however you want to talk into, right? So I use it when I use my computer versus my phone. And when I went to Newfoundland for Francie Durnford's powerlifting meet, I had this with me. And I was in O'Hare. I was at O'Hare Airport, made it right through security. Perfect. And then I got off Newfoundland, whatever, did all that. Oh, I'm sorry. I went through, when I changed planes in Toronto, they made me go through security again. Got through, no problem. In Newfoundland, coming back, I went into Newfoundland, into St. John's Airport, was there, got through security, everything was fine. They delayed my flight by 2 hours. I left security, went back down to the bar, went back up. They flagged me and went through my entire bag because they thought this was a bomb. So, okay, cool. The next day, my flight got canceled. The next day when I went back, I put this in my bag, but on the top. Made it all the way through. My flight got delayed by 40 minutes. I went back out, went to the bar, came back in. They lost their shit. They called the bomb dog over to look at this. So this is the most dangerous microphone I've ever seen. It also looks like something not appropriate. But so yeah. So all right, Derek. Well, sorry, I was just seeing if anybody had questions. So thank you very much for your time. We've been going for 45 minutes, so that's been pretty good. Guys, Derek is taking clients currently. He's in our rotation. So if you are interested in working with Derek, you got questions, you can tag him in the group. He's a moderator now. He will be around. He also will send you, pictures of himself with no beard if you want. Oh my God, we have 2 people with beards now. This is the best day ever. We could do a podcast called Beard Off, and it could just be me and you drinking beer, talking about beards.
I'm not gonna lie. There's a beard club called the Beard Club of Edmonton, and I almost joined it, but then I just was like, I didn't. I had to trim my beard anyways because my kid gets into it. It's a sad day.
Oh my God, I want to be in a beard club. Oh my God, that'd be awesome.
But let me ask you a real question, though. When was the last time you saw your chin?
Yeah. So here's actually why I have a beard. Listen to this one. So I was a fireman. I was a fireman for 10 years, so I had to be clean shaven. I never could. And finally I started growing a beard just randomly. I just got lazy and stopped shaving. And then I trim it off. I didn't like it. And then I didn't have clippers or anything. I would just let it grow real long and then just shave it with like a head razor. And finally so I have had the beard consistently. I had it for 4 months, and then my great grandmother hates beards. Derek left. My great grandmother hates beards, so I had to shave it off because she's almost 100, and I didn't want to get yelled at. But then I saw her again, and she said she loved the beard because I didn't shave it, so it stays. So it's never going away. So guys, Derek's gone. He's going to stay gone. Goodbye. And guys, if you have any questions, put them in the group. Tag me. Well, tag me. Tag Brad. Tag Brad Morgan. He likes GIFs. So if you put a post up, Brad Morgan, and then a funny GIF, something about Canada. If you make fun of Canada, he absolutely likes you. It's probably his favorite thing in the world. So that's it, guys. Have a great one. Get those tickets for the Macros Inc. Fitness and Nutrition, Flexible Fitness and Nutrition Summit, August 24th, 25th in Chicago. Get them before they're gone. Bye, guys.